Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you guys enjoy the new creations or even the ones that are there already. Today we're gonna do this beautiful oval runner. It could be for anywhere, but this is a set I'm creating for a bedroom. And they have these collars in their bedroom as, you know, the comforter, the pillows, the throwaway pillows, and things like that. So I had to incorporate these colors together, which is the Tiffany Blue, the Bling Bling white, the normal white, and this beautiful, almost like sky blue. On camera looks darker, which actually is lighter. So a helicopter was going by. It's unbelievable. It's either construction or dogs or cats fighting. It's a non-stop here, let me tell you that. Now I just started recording. It's a helicopter going by with all the noise like right over the house. Unbelievable. Anyway, 4-ply 100% cotton thread. These are Portugal threads. They are similar in thickness. Mine's a little bit thinner though, as Lydia number 3, or you can get it from the Art Zone, I believe. Not this brand, but similar in different colors also. I decided at the end to add these cute little hearts, which I am going just to start the tutorial on it, because I'm sure a lot of you will ask me for the tutorial on the hearts. Also, you can go the size you want, depending upon the thread, size of thread that you're using. You want to go smaller, use a thin size of thread. You want to go bigger, use a thicker size of thread, or double your thread, or triple it, however you want to use it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. And I will leave the link once I have uploaded the hearts tutorial up. I'll leave the link below and do the vice versa if you guys are interested. So this is probably about 1 meter. I have not measured it yet because I still need to do the tutorial on the heart, which will take 4 hearts, and I only have 3, so I left 1 out for the tutorial. Okay, so also 2.5 hook in your country, let's say US, because mine here is 2.8, but in reality it's 2.5. A small one to tuck in loose ends, of course, and a pair of scissors. Thank you so much for your loving support and your wonderful words, your uplifting words. God bless you. Thank you. It's kind of hard for me to mention everybody's names because I'm used to seeing always the same names on comments. So don't take it wrong if I don't mention you. It's because I don't see your comment often to, you know, have it synced in my head. But shout out to Africa, Jamaica, let's go that way, US, Mexico, Bangladesh, India. Shout out to all of you because these are the most people that create my stuff. Germany, Poland, Ireland. Thank you so much to every single one of yous. Okay, so let's get started, everyone. Before I forget, I also want to mention that I decided to add the slip stitch, the row of slip stitch here in here, almost at the last minute, which if you're going to do the slip stitch design, I strongly suggest that you do, let's say, 1 row or the 2 rows that are here right after the brown. Okay, so that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do rows 6 and 7, and then do the slip stitch through it, because it's very hard when you have so much of the rows to have control to grab it to do the slip stitch. It's too much into your hand to have control. So I suggest that you do it right after you do row 7. Go put it like a marker so you don't lose your thread, or if you're changing color, then cut your thread and go back and do the slip stitch. And here also do like, let's say, the next 2 rows, and then do your slip stitch, and then go and continue the edging on the pattern. It will make things easier for you. I had a hard time with it because I had decided to do it at the last minute and I already had created all of it. Okay, I've already begun to do 100 and 58 chain stitch. Okay, if you have not subscribed, please do so and give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. So if you want to go smaller, you can do 110 and then keep adding by 4s. Each time you add by 4s, you'll be creating a square motif that we're going to do. So I've done 158 because the dresser, she wants it corner to corner on the dresser, so on the edging. Okay, so let's get started. Of course, don't forget small hook, tuck in your loose ends, and a pair of scissors. Please share the video or any video on my channel and invite your friends and family to join us. It helps us tremendously with the channel. Thank you so much. I'm going to go back on my 4th chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I'm going to do a total of 6 double crochets. So 2, 3, 4, 5, all on the same chain, and 6. I'm going to do 1 chain space. I'm going to not even, sorry people, shouldn't be doing that. No chain, sorry. Into the next one, double crochet. Now you're going to continue to do your double crochet all the way to the very last one, and at the other end we'll be doing 6 double crochets on the same stitch also in order to form that oval. Okay, everyone, so I've arrived in my last double crochet and I added 5 more with that last one to give me the total of the 6, and now just continuing to do exactly what we did on the other side. 1 double crochet per stitch. I have a total of 150 double crochets. I hope I counted it properly. If not, we'll make an adjustment on the next row. So no stress, no biggie, right? Especially when there's a lot of double crochet, sometimes we can miss one on counting. So besides, I never said that I was perfect, right? Then again, who is? In my book, there's only one, God. Okay, so 1 double crochet per stitch all the way to the end. Okay, everyone, so I've done 150 double crochets on this side also, and we already have those 6 at the end. So I'm just going to close it in with a slip stitch. I'm going to go up 2 chain only for my double crochet and coming back in that same stitch, and we're starting to do the increase. 2 double crochet per stitch, so we should have 12 now on the oval. Next stitch 1, 2 on the same stitch, and again 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And then again 1 per stitch, the 150 double crochets. Now we're going to repeat the same thing on the other side with the oval, 2 on each 6 that we have done over here. I had to recount just to make sure, so I put markers every 50 to make sure I had 150. Okay, if you want, you can put your marker, if it makes things easier for you guys, on that very first double crochet of the 150, and at the 150 at the end, put also marker on the 4 places. Okay, makes it easier for you guys. So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so pretty much finished row 2. with the 2 double crochets on the oval on the 6 that we did on the first row, and now we have 12 on the oval. I've already put my markers on the 4 corners on that last double crochet of the 150. So here we're not going to skip any. We're going to do on that first double crochet 1 double crochet, and on that second of the increase we're going to increase again 2 on the same stitch. So we're building groups of 3 on the oval, 1 chain into that first of the group, 1 double crochet on the second, 2 together, one chain on that first, 1 double crochet on the second, 2 together, 1 chain. So we're doing those 6 increases. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 3 double crochet. Increase on that second double crochet, 1 chain space in between them, 1 chain. We're going to skip this first double crochet where I have the marker and do double crochet, building those groups, but this time 1 per stitch. 1 chain, skip a stitch into the next one. Like I said, if we need to make an adjustment at the end, we will. 1 chain, skip a stitch into the next one. So I'll meet you at the corner on the other, at the end of this row. Okay. Okay, everyone, so I'm almost reaching the corner. I'm going to make an adjustment here. We have this one and another group to do. So we have 2 more groups. So on the 3rd group before the last one, I'm adding 2 together. 1 chain, skip a stitch into the next one, and I'm making an adjustment again with 2 together because we need to have even numbers on here. And it gave me only 37. I need at least 38. Skip a stitch into the next one and into the next one, 2 together. So I made an adjustment on 3 by adding 2 together on the same stitch. I'm just going to count. So now I'm good. I have 38 groups of 3. 1 chain. We're going to skip where the marker is and now continue again. 1 double crochet, and on the second one, 2 together. And of course we will have to make the adjustment also on this side. So 3 adjustments, 2 on the same stitch. 1 chain into the next one. 1 double crochet on the second one, 2 together. Okay. Okay, everyone, so I've done my oval. We made the 3 adjustments here. We must do it also on here, because if we do it at the end of this row, we won't have the groups lined up properly. So I've done my first double crochet, I'm on my second, so doing my increase on that same one, 1 chain, sorry about moving this camera around, skip a stitch, 1 double crochet on the second, 2. So we can line the groups together on one side and then the other. 1 chain, skip a stitch into the next one, 2 on the same stitch. This way we'll have the groups, 38 groups on this side also, and they line up better. One chain, skip a stitch into the next one. As you can see by, just going to show you then one per stitch with the rest of the other ones. So if we come down straight, it falls into that group. Okay. Okay, everyone. So completed my blocks, and then they follow through the same way. One chain, going to close in, slip stitch. Stretching my thread a bit, and I'm doing 2 chain only because I don't want it to be so visible. So coming on the next double crochet. On my third one is where we do the increase again. So now on this row 1, 2, and 3, 4, we'll be having 4 double crochets. Just to make sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 chain. So that's the only difference. Everything else stays the same, block over block. On my last double crochet of the group here, the 3, 2 double crochet, increase, 1 chain, double crochet, and 2 on the same stitch. And we'll repeat the same thing on the oval on the other side. Now we're falling into the groups. So double crochet over double crochet and 1 chain. That's all you're going to do. So the only change is at the oval. Okay. I'll meet you at the end of my row 4. Okay, everyone. So I finished my row 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have 4 double crochets at the oval. I'm coming in with this deep brown. I would have used black, but I don't have black, so I'll use the deep brown. So I am starting where I have the groups at the oval. Doing my single, stretching my thread a bit, and 1 chain. Now I'm going to come in, we're going to repeat that increase on that last double crochet. I'm on that last double crochet. I'm going to do 2 together, so now we should have 5 double crochets. This row is going to change a bit. 1 chain, and continue your 5 double crochets. Then after this row, I'm cutting my thread and coming in with that blue. Okay, so I'm going to complete my oval, the 6 increases. So I've done my 6 increases, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, going back to the normal group. The difference is we'll do 1 chain space right after and 1 before. This row will be only about double crochets, where we have that 1 chain space right after the first group. We're doing 1 double crochet in the center, that 1 chain, only on this row, and then next row we go back into building those groups of 3. So inside of that chain space, and then 1 per stitch. And when we get to here, we do 1 chain. After we've completed the last group, we're doing 1 chain before the groups, and after the groups, 1 chain of 5, I should say. Okay. Okay, everyone, so pretty much finished the brown. Don't forget that before you hit the oval, you have to do 1 chain space, okay? On the other ones, you don't, on the sides. So coming back in now with the normal white. This is the bling white, and this is just a normal white. So we're going to repeat again the groups, and of course the increase. So I'm starting off at the oval by doing double crochet, double crochet. So no different than what we've been doing. Trying to hide my thread as I go makes things easier for us. So increase. So this row we had 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6, and it keeps going on. So for every 2 rows like this, I'm doing the double crochets with no chain space, only before the oval. Okay, so I'm going to continue again 2 rows of the groups of 3. One chain, and then continue on. Pulling onto that thread that I had hidden from the brown. Just gonna pull it. So 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1 chain in between, and then continue on. And then, of course, getting back to the groups again. So I've completed my 6 increases, 1 chain. Come back and do your groups of 3. One chain, skip that stitch that we did in the middle of that 1 chain. So going back to the normal groups. Okay, so I'm going to continue to do this row and the next row. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and row 7 will be a repeat, of course, with your increase and your 1 chain space, and I'll meet you at the end of row 7. Okay. Okay, everyone, so I finished my 2 rows. Okay, now I'm going to repeat the brown again. So basically the oval stays the same, always an increase on that last double crochet. So single 2 chain, and then double crochet over double crochet, and on the last one increase. Remembering that we're doing only 1 chain space going into the oval and out of the oval. 1 chain, and then continue on. Okay, so you should have 2, 4, 6, 8 double crochets. Okay, everyone, so I've done my 6 increases, chain 1, double crochet over double crochet, only here and on the other side, and then 1 per stitch like we did with the brown one, and 1 inside of the chain space. Okay, all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. I'm cutting my thread after this. Okay, so 1 per stitch and 1 inside of the chain. Instructions back on, and so it's getting annoying again. Okay, everyone, so finish the blue, going back to 2 more groups like we've done here. Don't forget that 1 chain space everywhere now, and the increase on your last double crochet. So I'm going to start where we usually start. So 1 double crochet per stitch, and then your increase at the end. So 2 double crochets on the last one. Two, 4, 6, 8, 9. So on this row, 9 double crochets. So entering the side and doing those groups of 3 double crochet. 1 chain, 3 double crochet groups, 1 chain, skip that stitch. All you have to do is just follow the order. So I'm going to do this row 9 and row 10, and then I'll come back to you at the end of row 10, because now the next row is just a repeat of the groups. Okay? Okay, everyone. So I had finished the 2 rows. I'd given myself a head start just to show you. So 1 double crochet per stitch. Increase on the last one stays the same, and 1 now inside of that 1 chain. So this row will be all about double crochets. 1 inside of the 1 chain and 1 per stitch, and on the last one we're doing the increase. So basically it's like this row here, but this time we're covering the 1 chain. Okay, and of course getting to the sides, 1 per stitch and 1 inside of that 1 chain space. So completing my last motive here on the oval. 1 chain now inside all of the 1 chain space and 1 per stitch, all the way around. Of course, on the other side of the oval, you'll have to complete the same thing as we just done. Your increases and 1 inside of the chain stitch. Okay. Okay, everyone, pretty much finished my row. Coming back in with the white. I'm going to start on this first double crochet from the motif where we usually start, right? And doing double crochet and then 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to come back into that one. We're creating V's. One chain space. Now, from this oval to the last one here, we're going to skip only 2 stitch, coming in, doing groups of 5 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1 chain. I'm going to skip 2 stitch, come in and do my V. 3 chain, come back in the same stitch and double crochet. So it's going to be like that all the way until the last motif here. And then here on the side we'll be skipping 4 going into the 5th. Now we might have to make an adjustment. Keep banging into my camera. Okay, but I'll meet you here at the end of the motif. So 1 chain, skip 2, 5, double crochet, because we don't want the oval to be pulling. Why do I keep hitting this camera? Oh my goodness. Everything is tight here. Okay. 1 chain, skip 2, do your V, double crochet, 3 chain, back into the same one. Okay, everyone. So I ended up with a V on the very last one, exactly as we started with a V on the very first one of the oval. So I have 8 V's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that we skipped 2 stitch only. Now we're on the side. We're going to start skipping 4 going into the 5th. Like I said, we might have to, hopefully not, but we might have to adjust it before we hit the other oval. 1, 2, 3, 4 into my 5th, doing those 5. We have to do 1 chain only. I hope I did 1 chain only. Just make sure that I did 1 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, and my 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4 into my 5th and create the V. Like that. 1 chain, skip 1, 2, 3, 4, come on your 5th. Okay, until we hit just before the oval. I'll come back to you to make sure that we're okay. Okay, everyone. So I'm pretty much reaching the oval. Did my 5 double crochets, my 1 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm so lucky because it ended right up on that very first one of the oval. So I am so grateful it happened that way. A lot of times, or some, not a lot, but sometimes I have to make an adjustment as I'm creating these things as I go. Oops, and I'm not functioning here. I have to do the V. Okay, so double crochet 1, 2, 3, back into that same one. 1 chain, skip only 1, 2 into the 3rd one. So it has to end up the same way as we're starting. with the V on that last double crochet. So 5 double crochets, 1 chain, and I'm loosening it up so it doesn't pull too much on the tension. 1, 2, and then into the third one. We don't want it too baggy either, but we don't want to pull on the tension also. Okay, 1 chain, skip 1, 2, and then your 5 double crochets. Okay, so you should have your V at the last double crochet of the last motive on the oval here, exactly how we did on the other side. So you should have 8 V's on the oval, and on the side I have not counting. Okay, so I'm not counting the first one of the oval. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 V's, because this one already belongs. That's the last one of the oval of the 8. Okay, so 10, and then your 8 on the oval. Okay, everyone, so I've completed my round. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 for triple crochet and 1 for space. So roll twice on your hook, come inside here. Now we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 chain space between them, and the very last one, 6, chain 2, 1, 2 on my third one, which is the center, single, chain 2, again coming on top of that double crochet with triple, one chain space, and doing a total of 6 triples. Now, some countries they say double triple, some say triple, so don't bite my head off if I'm saying triple and on your country it's double triple. At least you can see what I'm doing, so you can call it whatever it is that you call it on your country without judging me, okay? 2, 4, 5, because sometimes people can be crucial. 2, 4, 5, and 1 more on top of that double crochet, and then chain 2. If you find that it's too loose for you, you can do 1 chain only and go in the middle of that double crochet. So the third one. And this is how we're going to proceed all the way around. So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone. Pretty much finished all my, I'm going to call them shells. I'm coming in now with the Tiffany Blue. And now I'm going to come in that first space. So I'm starting, you can pretty much start anywhere, but I'm going to start where we have started. So I'm going to do a single, stretching my thread, coming back in. We're doing the poof. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Closing it all together. 1, 2, 3 chain. Coming into the next space. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Closing all the stitch together. 1, 2, 3 chain. And we're going to do this to all of them. And we're going from one shell to the other without any chain. 1, 2, 3 chain, 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't be afraid to stretch your thread into the last one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm just going to do one chain here just to secure that, and then going from one shell to the other. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's all we're going to do all the way around, just building these poof stitch. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 poof stitch. I'm going to close that up like that and then go directly into the next one. Oops. Anyway, you get the drift. We're doing that all the way around. Okay, everyone, so I finished all the poof stitch. I also did the slip stitch down here, right at the, I should have done that earlier, but I decided to do that now for that reason. I didn't go through it earlier. It's much easier when you're at the beginning of like these 2 rows to grab the pattern and slip stitch your way through it than having the whole thing, because it's much harder to control the slip stitch. It's too thick to be holding on. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing on the last row here of the brown, and just putting my thread, left a little bit of thread so I can tie it at the end once I complete my round. So nothing to it. Make sure that you're not pulling onto your tension too tight, or else it's going to pull on the pattern. So just basically go with the flow. It's just slip stitch through all of the stitches. I mean, this is optional. You don't have to do this. I decided to have this on because it gives it a little bit more depth with the blue that we already have on here. And yes, this is a little bit of a size smaller hook because I don't want to poke big holes through my pattern. So, but I'm loosening it up enough in order for it not to be pulling on the pattern. Okay, so basically slip stitch all the way around. Like I said, it's optional. And I'll be back with you once I am done. Okay, everyone, pretty much finished all the way around on my slip stitch. This is the last row. You can pretty much start anywhere. I'm going to do the slip stitch knot, and I'm coming in with that white bling bling. So I'm going to start where I usually start my oval. So I'm going to come in that first 3 chain single. It's all about singles. 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and peacock. Coming back in the next one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, peacock. 1, 2, 3, 4, into that same one, peacock. 1, 2, 3, peacock, and then again into the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, chain, peacock, into the next one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to jump directly, but if your tension's tight, you can go in the center. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, peacock. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, peacock. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want this a little bit bigger, you could always give it a 5 chain instead of 4. 1. Oh, I have to close that on the bottom one. On this bottom one here. Looks more normal. Into that same one. And then into the next 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3. Now, of course, I could have used brown, but I didn't want to, so I think it looks pretty like that. Okay, the brown would have stood out more. 1, 2, 3, 4. But because the furniture is a reddish brown, I didn't think that these peacocks would stick out as much. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I'm going to complete mine and then come back to you. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much finished my runner for the bedroom, for the dresser. I haven't measured it yet, but I'm sure that it's probably over a meter or close enough to a meter. I've decided to give it a little bit of love and created these little hearts, and we'll be putting on both sides just for the love of it. Why not, right? I don't have the tutorial yet, but I will be doing that next on the hearts. If you're interested to dress it with the little hearts, then fine. If not, you can put flowers. I don't want to put flowers because, you know, it will be used to put, you know, like trays of perfume and things like that. And if the 3D flower is too high, then it's kind of hard. This way, it's flat enough. They could put, you know, takes less room with the flowers and leaves and things like that. And I think this is just perfect for it. So I wanted to incorporate the 4 colors that we have on the pattern, except for the bling bling heart. I didn't do because I think it's just enough of bling on there. So I'll be doing the tutorial next on the heart with the Tiffany Blue. So stay tuned for that. Let me know what you think of my new design and creation. God bless you. Thank you so much. If you have not subscribed, please do so. And give it those thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. Comment and also share. Sharing is caring. Help out the channel to grow. God bless you. Thank you. And I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye-bye, everybody. Just to let you know, you guys should block your pattern before you glue anything on, because once blocking, your pattern will stretch a bit and things will get fixed better into the gluing or position once you have blocked it. Okay,